Students, our today topic is challenges of Java. In this topic, we will study about some challenges that programmer may face while developing a app. And in this topic, we will study about how Java remove these challenges. While launching any web application, a development company faces a challenge that is choosing the programming language for developing it. So there are many options available for company to deliver app solution to businesses such as .NET, C++, Python, PHP, Ruby, and their derivatives. Still, many believe that Java can be a good choice for development of apps. So when a programmer, when a app developer start developing a application, the first step is to choose any programming language. So in today world, there are number of programming languages like C++, .NET, Python, but most of believe that Java is a good choice to make an application. A Java development company can make amazing app solution by leveraging their development skills and expertise. But the company also faces other challenges that will be discussed further in the post. Except choosing programming language, there can be number of challenges about which we will study. So there are a number of challenges of Java. The first one is app security, then flexibility, platform independence, portability to cloud, app integration, performance, and popularity. Java development company overcome the challenges. So Java helps to overcome these challenges. So study about this one by one, how Java helps to remove these challenges. The first one, Java app security. Every web application requires security. Moreover, a business app demand extra security features to secure private data, financial data, and other important data of the company. So when we develop a web application, security is required, but additional any business organization demand for extra security to secure their private data, financial data, and other important data. So Java is a proven safety choice to make. Java development ensure data protection at center servers, and client can rely on web app security intended by Java experts. So Java provides security by placing their data at center, and all data protection applied at center. So clients, if want to access their data, they will access from the central server, and there are some security points that must be followed. So Java provide security. So first challenge of security is removed by Java. Java helps to ensure that their data will be safe. Then platform independence. We know that Java programming language is platform independent, means we can write our program on once and run anywhere. So Java is platform independence. Regardless of operating system you have, your desired app will be available at every Java supported browser. So although Java is platform independent in point of operating system, also Java provide platform independence in point of browser or hardware. So therefore development cost cut down, as Java developers deliver a version of app that is later translated into machine code with JVM. So here the cost will be decreases because Java web application developed in Java can be work on any platform. So the users have not need to buy a specific hardware or software requirements. You heard about write once and use anywhere used for Java codes before. So we can write and compile our program on one machine and can run on other machine because of JVM and bytecode. So you can really expect a universal business application solution while outsourcing to Java development company. So when a web application is developed in Java, it will be accepted universally because it can be run on any platform. The next challenge that a developer may face flexibility. So firstly, what is flexibility? Flexibility means ability to upgrade, ability to add up or remove some. So Java provide flexibility. It implies the ease of code writing, understanding, and changing. So Java is simple language, so it is easiest to write code in Java, understand, and if we want to change, then it is easiest because Java is simple and easily understandable. So Java platform offers flexibility to developers and client both. In case you require an upgrade or alternation in your Java application in future, the process of making changes will be easy for new development team to read the code completely and to get the things done. For example, some employees develop a application in Java and deliver to the company, to the client. But after some times, after some years, company want to upgrade, want to change their application, but the employees who develop that application will not, is not available. Then the new development team can understand the application and can change the application. So Java is flexible because it is easiest to write, understand, and change. So change is very easy in Java. Next, cloud portability. Firstly, portability. What is portability? Portability means ability to move from one machine to another. So Java developers can easily port their developed apps to cloud. So Java developers can place their applications to cloud. Any business would love to do it as it ensures easy scalability, simple maintenance, and no additional effort and resources are required for investment. So when application is ported on cloud, so it helps to scalability, maintenance, and no additional resources is required. For example, an employee goes to another location, so he or she not required to carry their personal laptops with them because they can log in and use their application because it ported on cloud and can be accessed anywhere by any system just by login with username and password. Moreover, developers can intend Java based cloud apps from starting. Hence, you can get in touch with the latest technology trends at least cost. So by cloud portability, you can get in touch with the latest technology with minimum cost because at cloud you pay per use. The next challenge in app development is app scalability. So now what do you mean by scalability? Scalability means ability to scale up or down. We can say resources resources need can be increased or decreased with the time. So Java helps in scalability. Growth in application can seen over time. Business can be grow or shrink over time. So this is truly good sound sign of mature business development. Java understand well and provide app scalability feature to make a business grow with the times. So Java application can be scalable as per need. For example, if a company have 200 employees, then we then 200 logins will be, and if a company grow and their employees become 100,000, sorry, 1000, then 1000% can log in. So Java provides scalability. As employees are increased, logins are also increased. Then performance. The next challenge is performance. So now how Java helps in performance. Usually Java apps are criticized for their performance since long back, because due to bytecode Java was slower than C and C++. But introduction of optimization technique and just in time compilation have changed the review of all of them. But because of just in time compilation, Java become faster. So now business are getting high performing and efficient app solutions which yield more ROA, return of investment, and profit margins for them. Because due to just in time compilation, Java performance is become high, which helps the businesses to gain more profit. The next challenge can be popularity. Finding Java developer can never be daunting task for you. They are everywhere. As per the statistics from the survey, Java developer come most of the space in the market. Hence, you will require less time to find reliable Java professionals for their project. So finding a Java developer is not a difficult task, because according to a survey, most of the space in the market is covered by Java developers. So you can find easily a Java developer. So you require less time to find a Java developer, but make sure they can deliver the project on time without any error. So Java developer is easy to find, but make sure that they can deliver a project on time without any error. In case of errors or bugs, they must fix them their own. If you face any problem, if you face any error, they must fix them. So Java developers are popular because most of the space in market is covered by Java developers. So here the challenge to find a suitable developer for a programming is resolved because Java developers are easy to find. That's all about the challenges of Java. So our next topic is features of Java. There are a number of features of Java described in our image, like first one, object oriented, then simple, secured. Java is platform independent, robotics, portable, architecture neutral, dynamic, interpreted, high performance, multi-threaded, and distributed. So our first feature is object oriented language. Java is an object-oriented language that helps us to enhance the flexibility and reusability of code. Using object-oriented concept, we can easily reuse the object in other program. So it is object-oriented language, so we can implement classes, objects, inheritance, abstraction, encapsulation. So we can reuse, means with help of inheritance we can reuse our code. It also helps us to increase security by binding data and function into a single unit and not letting it to accessed by the outside of a word. So with the help of classes and objects, we can bind our data and functions into a single unit, and the outsider cannot access the data and functions. It also helps to organize the bigger modules into smaller ones. They are easy to understand. So in object oriented language, we divide our program in objects, number of objects. So they are easy to understand because instead of understanding a bigger one, it is easiest to smaller ones. So first one is object oriented language. Then simple. Java is simple language. Java is very easy to learn and its syntax is simple, clean, and easy to understand. According to Sun Microsystem, Java language is simple programming language because there are some reasons why Java is simple. First one, Java syntax is based on C++. Most of the syntax of Java is similar to C++. For example, defining a class, creating object, assessing the data members, assessing the functions, almost similar to C++. Java has removed many complicated and rarely used features. For example, explicit pointer operator overloading. So pointers are removed from Java. So difficult and complicated topics like pointers are removed from Java. So Java is simple. There is no need to remove unreferred object because there are an automatic garbage collection in Java. So in C++, we use new keyword to create an object and the delete keyword to remove or deallocate memory from the objects. But in Java, we have not need to unreferred objects because it is done automatically by automatic garbage collection. So that's why Java is simple. There is three main reasons behind why Java is simple. Then secure language. Java is secure language because there are main two reasons. First one, no explicit pointer is used because we cannot refer to our location with help of pointer. So next one is Java program run inside the JVM, Java virtual machine. So our program is run in Java virtual machine instead of operating system. So that's why Java is secure language. And there is the number of security classes and also a bytecode verification done in JVM, Java virtual machine. As we studied in stages of Java about bytecode verifiers. So bytecode verifiers also provide us security. There is a diagram that shows the execution of C++ and Java program. Here C++ application code is executed in operating system, user runtime environment of operating system. So our program, our application is run on operating system. But in Java, our program is running on JVM. So that's why it's secure because our program is executing in JVM. There are some points that helps to makes Java secure. First one is class loader. Class loader in Java is part of Java runtime environment, which is used to load Java classes into Java virtual machine dynamically. It adds security by separating packages for the classes of local file system from those that are imported from network sources. So when our Java bytecode load from disk to memory, class loader loads the Java bytecode from disk to memory. At that time, class loader separate local file system and network file systems. We can say network sources. So it separate local and network sources. So that's why our Java application becomes secure because there are more chances malicious attacks from network. So it separate these files. Then bytecode verifiers also checks the bytecode, that bytecode contain legal or illegal code, and also check it will not volunteer the security. So bytecode verifiers also helps to make Java secure. Then security manager, it determine what resources a class can access, such as reading, writing to the local disk. So it makes sure that authorized class can access the authorized data. So no unauthorized access can be done. Java language provided these securities by default. Some security can also be provided by application developer explicitly. So programmer can be add some security through SSL, JAS, cryptography, etc. The next feature of Java is platform independent. Java is platform independent because it is different from other languages like C, C++, which are compiled into platform specific machines, while Java is a write once and run anywhere language. So when we working with C, C++, the source code of C, C++ converted into machine code when we compile or when we run our program. But in Java, our source code firstly converted into bytecode and then bytecode converted into machine code. So that's why our Java is platform independent, because that bytecode can be run on any platform. Platform can be hardware or software or combination of both in which a program runs. There are two types of platforms, software based and hardware based, but Java provides us a software based platform. Java platform differ from the most of other platform in sense that it is software based platform that runs on the top of hardware based platform. There are two components, runtime environment and API, application programming interface. So Java code can be executed on multiple platforms. For example, Windows, Linux, Sun Solaris, Mac operating system, etc. These are the name of different operating systems. Java code is compiled by compiler converted into bytecode, and bytecode is platform independent code because it can run on multiple platforms, write once and run anywhere. For example, we write a program on Windows and we compile it, then it convert into bytecode. And our bytecode always stored with the dot class file, means our class file is bytecode. So now bytecode can be run on Mac operating system, Windows, Linux. If we run it on Linux operating system, then Linux JVM will be helps to execute it. So if we want to execute it on Mac, then Mac JVM will be invoked. So our program will be executed with the help of JVM. So we can execute our program on any operating system because of JVM. The next point is robotics. Java is robotics because robotics means we can say error free, correct? So Java is robotics because it uses strong memory management, because there is no pointer, the memory is managed automatically, so it use strong memory management. Second one, there is lack of pointers that avoids security problems. Then Java provide automatic garbage collection, which runs on JVM, Java virtual machine, to get rid of objects which are not being used by a Java application anymore. So the objects which are not used is deallocated by automatic garbage collector. There are exception handling and the type checking mechanism in Java. All these points make Java robotics. So due to these points, our Java is robotics. So next one, portable. Firstly, what is portable? Portable means ability to move from one machine to another. So Java is portable because it facilitates you to carry the Java bytecode to any platform. As we discussed in last slides, that we can write and compile our Java code on Windows, and then bytecode, and the bytecode generated by compiler can be run on any other platform. It does not require any implementation. Then architecture neutral is not depend upon the system architecture. So Java is architecture neutral because there are no implementation dependent features. For example, size of primitive types is fixed. So now discuss about it with the help of an example. In C programming, int data type means integer occupy 2 bytes of memory for 32-bit and 4 bytes of memory for 64-bit architecture. If we are working on 32-bit architecture, integer will take 2 bytes. And if we are working on 64-bit architecture, it will take 4 bytes. However, in Java, it takes 4 bytes for both, for 32 or 64. So it helps to make architecture neutral because when we execute our program on 32-bit, it use 32-bit plus remaining 32 will free. But when we working on 64-bit, it use all bit. So that's why we can move from one system to another system, because when we compile our program on 32-bit, it use 32-bit and remaining 32-bit will be vacant. When we place our when we run our bytecode on 62-bit 64-bit, so that time it use all bits. So that's why it make Java architecture neutral. So our next point is dynamic. Java is dynamic language. Basically, dynamic, we can say runtime, not static. So it supports dynamic loading of classes. It means classes are loaded on demand. So Java support dynamic compilation and automatic memory management. Means when we create an object and use, so now object is free, so it can be estimated at runtime, means dynamic. So dynamically, so garbage collection is implemented with the help of feature dynamically. So automatic memory management is done because of dynamic. So our Java is dynamic language. Then high performance. Java is faster than other traditional interpreted programming language because Java bytecode is close to native code. It is still a little bit slower than compiled language like C, C++. Java is an interpreted language, that's why it is slower than compiled language C, C++. But we studied in challenges of Java that nowadays Java provide us high performance because of just in time compilation and some optimization techniques. So Java have high performance. The next feature of Java is multi-threaded. Firstly, what is multi-threaded? Multi means more than one, threaded means threads. So in Java, Java is a multi-threading language. That is, in Java, more than one threads can run at same time. Now, what is thread? Thread is the smallest unit of a process that perform some function. So multi-threading help us to gain the maximum utilization of CPU, because if thread 1 taking input output, then other thread can use a CPU. There is less chance that CPU be idle. So it helps to gain maximum utilization of CPU. Multiple threads share a common memory area and increase the efficiency and performance of application. So in threads, common memory area is shared, so it also increase the efficiency and performance of application. These threads run independently of each other without affecting each other. In multi-threading, multiple threads execute run independently and not affect each other. Some threads can be depend on each other and can affect. They can be, this problem can be solved with the help of synchronization. So multi-threading helps to utilize CPU. Then next feature is distributed. Distributed means at many locations. So Java is distributed because it facilitates users to create distributed applications in Java. This feature of Java makes us able to access files by calling the method from one machine on the internet. Distributed means our files are placed on another system and we can use them through function calls over the internet. So we can use files from other systems over the internet in Java. Then Java is high level programming language as it is human readable language. It is similar to human language and has a very simple and easy to maintain syntax that is similar to the syntax of C++, but in a simple manner. So we can understand C++, we can remember C++ and Java syntaxes because it is similar to human language. Like machine code 01 format, it is difficult for programmer to remember, but it is easiest to remember syntax of C++ Java because it is in human language. So Java is high level programming language that is easy to understand, easy to remember. The next feature of Java is automatic garbage collection that is managed by JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Whenever objects are not used by programs anymore and they do not refer to anything, that they do not need to be removed by explicit programming. Means programmer have not need to write a code to deallocate memory from the object after the working. Java provides automatic garbage collection which automatically deallocate the memory from the object when objects are not in use. So Java automatically removes unused objects with the help of automatic garbage collection process. So that's all about the features of Java. There are some applications of Java. We all familiar with these applications like mobile applications, like our some mobile applications developed in Java, desktop GUI, graphical user interface applications, web-based applications, enterprise applications, gaming applications, big data technologies, business applications, distributed applications, and cloud-based applications. So that's all about the features of Java and applications of Java. So our next topic is Java program development. So to develop a Java program, we must know about the structure of program. So a Java program consists of different sections. There are number of sections. Some are mandatory, but some are optional. So optional sections can be excluded from the program. Means we can skip it as per our requirements. But some mandatory sections that cannot be removed, that cannot be executed from the program. So now we will see about the sections of Java program, which are mandatory or which are not. The basic structure of Java program. They are following sections. First one, documentation section, then package section, import statements, interface statement, class definition, main method class. And in main method class, there will be a main method definition. So now we will discuss about these sections one by one. First one is our documentation section. You can write a comment in this section. Comments are beneficial for the programmers because they help them understand the code. So in documentation section, we include our comments. So what is the need of comments? What are the advantages of comments? Are it helps to understand the code, means about which the code is written. We can also write comments for the statements. So it helps to understand the code. These are optional. You can add or you can not add the comments as per your requirement. But we suggest you use them because they are useful to understand the operation of program. So you must write comments within the program. So good suggestion from a programmer is to use comments because it increases the understandability of the program. It helps it useful to understand the operation of a program. So you must write comments within the programs, although these are optionals. So now types of comments. First one is single line comment, means this is used when we want to write comment in one line. It is applicable only for one line comment. If you want to two line comment, it will not work on it. So if we write a two line comment, it just comment first line but not second. So it start with the double slash and terminate at the end of current line. For example, double slash, then calculate sum. Here calculate sum is our comment. And there is an important point that comment will be ignored by compiler. Compiler will not compile comments. So if you want to more than one line comment, if you want to add more than one line comment, then we have another type, multi-line comment, means more than one line. So it began with the delimiter slash star and end with delimiter star slash. All the text written between delimiter is ignored by compiler. So here is the example of multi-line comment like slash star, calculate the sum of two numbers. So here the comment written in 3 lines. Whole comment will be ignored by compiler because this is type of multi-line comment. So here we can write multi-line comment. So this is about our first section, that is documentation, which contain our comments. So second one is package statement. So now what is the package? Firstly, what is package? Package is a group of classes that are defined by a name. So in package, we define a package in which group of classes are defined. If you want to declare many classes within one element, then you can declare it within a package. So you can create a package with any name. So in package statement, we create our packages, and packages is group of classes defined by a name. It is optional. If you not want to declare any package, you can skip it. There will be no problem. There will not be any error. But if you require, then you can create your packages. So now syntax for packages. Firstly, package keyword. Package. Firstly, use keyword package. Like when you create a class, you use a keyword class, then class name. Similarly, for packages, we use a keyword package, then a package name. So package keyword tells the compiler that the package has been created. After this, the third section is import statements. In this section, we will import some packages, some specific classes of any packages. In this import statement is used for referring classes that are declared in other packages. You can import a specific class or all classes of a packages. So you can import all classes of a package and can be import some classes of a package. For example, import is a keyword for importing statement. It tells the compiler that import this package or classes of this package. So import is a keyword. Java.util, it is a class, Java inbuilt class. Sorry, in Java inbuilt packages we can have two types of packages. One is inbuilt and second one is user defined. So inbuilt packages is defined by Java, provided by Java, and user defined packages are created by us, created by user, created by programmer. So java.util is inbuilt packages and date is a class of java.util packages. So import java.util.class data. Date helps to import date class of java.util package. So after importing we can use any function of date class. You can specify more than one import statement in your program. So we can import number of statements in program. For example, if we want to take input from user, we can import scanner class, because scanner class is used to take input from user. We will study about it in our practical lecture. Then fourth one is interface statements. So in this section, we will create interfaces. So firstly, we must know about the interfaces. What is interfaces? Interface is basically like a class that include a group of method declaration. It include only method declaration, not definitions. And the another main point about the interface is that we cannot be create objects of interfaces. So we can use interfaces in another classes through objects. We cannot create directly objects of interfaces. It is optional section, means you can use as per your requirement, and can be used when programmer want to implement multiple inheritance within the program. So in Java, if we want to implement multiple inheritance, we will working with the interface. So here is the example to define our interface. Firstly, the keyword interface, then stack. Stack is the name of interface. Then body of the interface is started curly braces. In interface, two methods, two functions are declared. So interface section in which we define our interface, we create our interface. The fifth one section of Java program is class definition. A Java program may contain several class definitions. Classes are main and essential elements of any Java program. So in our Java program, we can define number of classes. Their classes are main element of Java program, because in Java program, we working with classes and objects. This section describes the information about user defined classes present in the program. Here is the important, we can say section, we can say element, main method class. Every Java standalone program require main method as the starting point of the program. This is an essential part of Java program. So main method class is essential part of Java program. There may be many classes in Java. As we studied in previous slide, there can be number of classes, but only one class define main method. We can say in simple words, we can say only one class will contain main method function, main method. main function we can say. Main method can create objects. So now in the body of a main method, what we can do, we can create objects. Objects will be created in main method, evaluate expressions, invoke other methods, and much more. So this, the class section is mandatory. So in Java program, one class is mandatory which contain a main method. So if we create a number of classes but no one class contain main method, our program will not run. So here is a simple Java program to print hello. Firstly, this is comment, like in one line comment, single line comment, started with the double slash. Name of this file will be hello.java. Because our class name is hello, so program will be stored as hello.java. H will be capital. So firstly, we will define a class. Public class, class is keyword, hello is our class name, and this is the body of our class. So in class, we must have a main function. So this is our main method, main function, and this is the body of a main function. In body of a main function, we can execute, evaluate our expression, create objects, but in the body of main method, we display a message hello Java. So now we will study about this one by one. What is public, static, void, main, string, args, and system.out.println. About this, we study about this one by one. Here, in simple words, I discuss about this program. Firstly, we define a class hello in which main method is defined, and in body of main method, we just print a message hello world. So in the program explanation, we study about the each word of this program, because in coding, each keyword hold a meaning. For example, public is used for access specifier. So we now let us understand these concepts by one. Here are some important points to note about the Java program. You have to keep in mind that Java code is case sensitive, because hello in capital letters and hello in small letters, two are the different. So Java is case sensitive. To write a Java program, you must have to define class first. As we know, one class will contain main method, so we have to define a class first. The name of class in Java is the name of Java program. Now note main point. There can be number of classes, but which class contain main method, the name of that class will be our Java program. The same name will be given to the file name as mentioned above in the sample. Because our hello class contain main method, so file name will be hello.java. So firstly, we write public class hello. This statement used to create a class whose name is hello. This create a class hello. All the class name must be start with a capital letter. Your class must be start with a capital letter. Public word means it accessed from any other. Public is access specifier, means this class will be accessed publicly by everyone. Class is keyword and hello is the class name. The compiler ignore comment block. Comment can be used anywhere in the program to add information about program or code block, which will help for developers to understand the existing code in the future easily. So comment will not be executed by compiler. It just helps to understand the code. So their curly braces are used to group all the commands, so the command belong to the class or method. So in program, first curly braces is define the body of class, and after the public static void main, curly braces define the body of the method. So curly braces define the body in which group number of statements we can group as per our requirement. So now the main statement which will used in every program. This is the base of Java, we can see. So public static void main, what is the meaning of this? Firstly, public, it is as a specifier, means code inside the class can be executed by outsiders. When main method is declared public, it means it can also be used by code outside of its class. So due to which main method is declared public. Then static. The word, why is static word is used here? When we want to access a function without creating its objects, as we call the main method before creating any object, class object. So when we execute program, we want firstly our control comes at public static void main. So as the execution object will not created, so before creation of objects, without creating object, we want to call main method. So that's why static is used, because due to static our control will come here without creation of object. So now void, it is return type, means nothing is returned. It indicates that method does not return a value. Main is declared void because it does not return a value. Then main is a method. It is starting of Java program. In C, we also use void main, and in Java, we also use the main function. So main is the our function name, main function name. Then in main function, we set some parameter string args. So string is data type, means string data type collection sequence of characters, we can say. It is an array because the after string there is sign of array. It is an array where each element of it is a string which has been named as args. For example, in function we write int a, means firstly it's a data type and then their name. Similarly here string is data type and args is name of that string. If your Java program run through console, means when a user enter input at runtime, it will take by string args. So now we only left with the system.out.println hello Java. So now let us understand why we use system.out.println. You may remember that in C++ you use cout for displaying information. In Java we use system.out.println, and in the in round braces we use we we write our displaying content, like we want to display hello world. So in round braces we write. So your S must be capital because it is in billet Java class. So S must be capital, otherwise you will face an error. So this statement is used to print text on the screen as output, where system is a predefined class. System is a Java inbuilt class which contain input and output related classes. So out is the object because out is object of a print writer class defined in system. Out is object of a output related class, that is print writer class. So it is object of a print writer class. And println is a function which print text on the screen. You can also use print instead of a println. All Java statement end with the semicolon, so that's why we add semicolon at the end. So that's all about the simple program. Now we will try another program. Firstly, we will define a class with access specifier public. Public then class keyword, and sum is the name of class. As we studied that our class name first alphabet must be capital, so that's why S is capital. Then body of class is started, and in class there must be a main method. So here we define our main method: public static void main, and parameter string args. Student may note string s will be capital. So in body of this function we will perform our program. So to add two numbers, firstly we need two numbers like a and b having some values. So here we declare and initialize two variable, like first integer int data type and a variable name having value 10, and b int b equals to 30, means two variables. And also we require a third variable to store our result. So here we declare our object variable int c, and in c we storing the result after addition. So a plus b will be add the value of a and b, like 10 plus 30 will be 40, and then 40 will be stored into c due to equal sign assignment operator. We will study about operators in our topic operators. So after now result is stored in c, so we want to display it, and for displaying we use system.out println, and here sum is a string, so we enclosed it in double quotes. So now from string we moving toward variable, means two different kinds of we can say data is concatenated. So for concatenation we use plus symbol, because sum is our string, then there will be a numerical value, we can say variable, so that's why we use plus symbol here. And after the statement we always use semicolon. So this is a simple program to add two numbers. So now your activity is to write a program to addition, that is already done in this lecture. You must try about subtraction, multiplication and division of two numbers. That's all about the Java program development. So now we will implement our today program. Write our program in Notepad and compile and run in the command prompt. So as we study in our lecture that firstly we will define a class, because the comments are optional, so we can add or not. So firstly we add our comment here. Like for comment we use double slash and we are going to writing a simple program to display hello. Simple program to display hello. So for a Java program, firstly we will define a class and it must be public. So firstly we will write public, because public is a specifier and class is a keyword. Now we taking our class name as ABC. A must be capital because class first letter must be capital. So after that we define the body of class. This is the body of class, starting with curly brace and ending with the classes curly brace. So in public class we will define our function public static void main. Public specifier, static helps to direct control at main. Public stat void is return type and main is our main function. And here we have parameter string, s must be capital, string array args. So now we will start body of our function. This curly brace starting and ending curly braces will define body of our main function, and in main function we will display our message, and for displaying we will use system dot out dot println, in which we write hello world. and it will end with semicolon. So after writing the program, we will save it. And for saving, we know we must save our program with the class name. So our class name is capital A, small b, small c. So we write our program name is ABC, and it must be stored with the .java. So we store our program with the .java. So if our program is written correctly, then it will be generate output. So firstly here written is C users DCA, and we store our program on desktop. So firstly we must be on desktop. For this we will set directory CD desktop. CD stand for change directory. So now we are on desktop. So firstly we will compile our program. So for compilation we use Java C, that is Java compiler. I tell you in previous lectures that firstly we will compile our program. Without compilation, program will not run. abc.java. If there is no error, our program is compiled correctly. So now we will execute, we will run our program, and for running we required Java interpreter. For this we use Java, then our program name without Java extension, because here Java interpreter use bytecode. So here input is displayed on the screen, hello world. That is the simple program we implement in Java.